The best settings for darker and darker. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so one of the first things you're going to want to do is go ahead and get into the game, click the options, and then go to the video tab. Now, all these settings are pretty much just inside the game. Later, I'm going to come out with an advanced guide for Nvidia and then some of the other types of cards, what other settings you can tweak. So if this doesn't go ahead and work for you, go ahead and be lookout for that video that will be coming. Anyway, without further ado, one of the first things you're going to want to change is your anti-aliasing. You're going to want to go ahead and change that to low. You shouldn't see too much of a difference between low and epic. This will give you a drastic performance increase. Pretty much out of all the things you're going to do, this is going to matter the most is your anti-aliasing. The next thing is texture quality. The thing I do is I put texture quality on epic, and one of the reasons I try to leave it on either high or epic is because I like to be able to see people farther away, and the lower you have your texture quality, the harder it is to see and spot people at a distance. The next thing we will be looking at is post-processing. I always turn this to low. I noticed though, if you do have this on like medium or high, it kind of looks weird. So you're either going to want post-processing either on low or epic. I go with low because I try to keep my frames stable right around 144 hertz, and I also stream and I only have one PC, so I keep it at low. Visual effects, I always turn that at low. It's one of the things that really mess with your FPS. You know, once you get into a fight and a lot of things are going on, all the spells are flying, you got bats flying around, you got skellies swinging. That's really what messes with your FPS, so I turn that at low. The next thing we're going to talk about is a rendering scale. I don't mess with rendering scale. Don't mess with rendering scale. Leave it alone. Just don't mess with it. Okay, so the next issue is display mode. All right, so display mode, you realistically want to be running this in full screen. Lately, I've been having issues when I run this in windowed full screen mode. I'll get like a frame stutter. If I happen to go to one of my other monitors, then it will kind of stutter my game on windowed full screen. I'm hoping they later implement like a borderless full screen or something. I don't know, but yeah, I have issues with it. And the last but not least is your screen resolution. You're going to want to have this pretty much set at your native resolution for whatever your monitor's set at. Mine's 1920 by 1080, so that's what I have it set at. And obviously, pretty much set your frame rate to whatever you usually get inside of Dark and Darker. Typically, if you have a 144 hertz monitor, you're going to want to put it at 144 hertz, because if you're only getting 100 frames and you got a 144 hertz monitor, well, you're not really getting the whole shebang, you know, the whole thing out of your monitor. You're not getting everything out of your monitor. But if you're not getting 144 frames anyway because your hardware isn't good enough, well, that's another story altogether.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. It means so much.